Right, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you just some work we've done for one of our clients recently. This video probably won't get many views, but it's kind of to show you the workflows that we can build for you and how custom they can get. So we are basically working with a PEO affiliate company. So what a PEO is a professional employer organization. So they basically help smaller businesses offer the same benefits to their employees that larger businesses do, but for like a much lower cost. And what that means is the bigger, like the actual PEOs have to mention all of the companies that are working with them on their IRS forms. And so our goal was to basically find those companies and reach out to those people and see if they'd be interested in a better value PEO. And then if they switched, our client would get a huge commission. So it's a pretty high ticket service. But the issue we are finding is we had the IRS forms, but because of the way they're structured, basically they're just unstructured. So they come in and you can't just copy and paste the raw text or anything like that. So we had to find a workaround, and this might help you out if you're in the same situation, if you're trying to find very niche data that's unstructured. So the workaround we found was we basically split the IRS form into JPEGs and we hosted them in one folder like this. So each JPEG was one page of the IRS form that had a list of the company names, but they were all unstructured data. And so the only way for us to pull out that text was to actually analyze it with AI. So we split it into JPEGs into all these different files. There was over 700 pages, and we built this n8n automation. And what it does is when you press execute workflow, it looks in the Google Drive folder for the folder that has all of the JPEG files. It then loops over them in batches of one, so just one by one. It waits for 3 seconds just to make sure that when we do download the file, Google Drive doesn't get overrun. Because if you have no wait time here, the Google Drive can kind of do errors and not let you download any more files. Then that specific file is downloaded. It's fed into a large language model. We just used 4.0 and we gave it like a detailed prompt to basically analyze it, analyze the structure of it, and pull out the company names, but pull out the company names in the proper format. So we wanted like the full company names, and that was the hardest part. Then when we pulled that out, we basically turned it into a structured JSON, which you'll see here when it loads. Yeah, turned it into structured JSON, and then fed that into one of our Google Sheets. And basically, when we ran this, the Google Sheet just started to accumulate all of these business names. And when we went back and did an actual like check on the quality of whether it was analyzing it correctly, it literally got every single one right. So they all built up here, as you can see, into this huge file of names. The issue now was we had like the official company legal name, but that's not always the same as the actual name of like the doing business as name. So then we fed that into a clay table, and that clay table had AI prompts that would basically take the official business name and go out into the web and see if there was any indicators of whether there was an actual doing business as name, or if their official name is very similar to their actual name, and then it output those names. From those names, we were then using another AI agent to actually go out and find the official domain of that company, and then we were able to feed that domain into Apollo by going down to here and press include list of companies, pasted all those domains in, and then we were actually able to use the job title filter to actually find the people running the HR or the actual owners of the business. Once we had that data, we fed it into another clay table. Yeah, fed it into another clay table, enriched the email addresses, and then launched our campaign. And because our copy was like very relevant to them, we knew they were currently using another PEO, and we were basically offering them a risk-free conversation that could potentially reduce their costs by 30 to 40%. The results from day one were brilliant. So first day, literally booked 2 calls with some very like high level businesses, and that was literally from day one, from sending around about 600 emails. So just wanted to quickly show you this, kind of get your brain going with like what's possible. And if you're, what I would say is like if your go-to-market team or lead generation team in house is not using n8n or using any of these new AI tools and workflows that are possible, then they definitely should be, because there's some really creative campaigns that you can run, that can get way better performance than just like the traditional scrape a random list and contact them. So if you like us to run campaigns like this or just have a conversation about what could be possible for your company, you can book a call with the link below and we can have a quick chat. Other than that, subscribe to the YouTube channel for daily uploads like this on quick tips on how you can get more out of your go-to-market strategy. And other than that, thanks for watching the video.